Alright, shalom, shalom. This is Mark coming at you with another one. I want to start off, of course, giving the honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Don't want to say the elder apostle, great millstone, rule, and teach well. Walkazak, shalom, to your brothers, this was a few sisters might be tuning in, listening, and learning. And just getting right into it, as you see, coming at you, another lesson going into pretty much, how, we in the, some along the lines of, um, the Lord will deliver us from the snare, or, some along the lines of that, because, us being under, captivity, no matter what captivity we're going to, it's always the same, suffering or oppression under the heathen nations, being disobedient unto the Lord, um, it just happened in different, you know, you know, um, time periods, you know, but like, damn, I lost train of thought. But well, the scriptures, the what I was trying to shout, the scriptures say, that, pretty much your money will be like a bag with holes. For paraphrasing, that's just one, example of how we dealing with oppression, and all of these snares and being in the midst of all these snares. But this book of Psalms, chapter 69, verse 22. Getting right into it. It says, "Let their table become a." It's like it. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start with this right here. The Book of Psalms, chapter 56, and verse 6. It says, "They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul." Yeah, that's a snare right there, man. These men, who hidden, top elite bankers, you know, um, would showcase, the president this, the governor that, but really behind closed doors, you know, who's really in control of these different banks and, the Federal Reserve. The president ain't, he ain't calling the shots on that. The governor ain't calling the shots on none of that, But that says they gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps when they wait for my soul. All right, so yeah, they mark our steps. Hey, you got a bank card. When you go to purchase something, it's automatically recorded. Um, automatically records your last purchase and a location and a time and everything, of when that purchase was, man. So, you know, they trace your steps, man. And it's gonna be even more, extreme when they take it to fully take it to the point of, potato, um, potato chipping everybody, you know. But this is book of Psalms chapter 69 verse 22. It says, "Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap." Right, so that's what we praying to the Lord. That Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. The Lord put these curses where they belong on the heathen nations, and put us in righteousness. These are some of the prayers that we lifting up, so the Lord can turn things right side up, you know. It says, "Let their table become a snare before them." Right. And that which should be have been for their welfare, let it become a trap, you know. And one thing that Esau uses for his welfare is the nation of Israel, man. He got it in captivity, but that's gonna become a trap into him because when it's the end of his blessing, then that's the beginning of ours, so that's gonna be a trap as well. Like the scripture say, he like in the book of Job, I think there's like 20, there's like a few chapter there's a scripture talk about how he has swallowed the riches, but he shall vomit them up again. Hey, so you dealing with the nation of Israel, as a beast, how the scriptures talk about like a raging, paraphrasing, like a raging king is like a lion and a bear, paraphrasing the book of Proverbs. Well, that's how the rulers, the current rulers, you know, these current wicked rulers rule over us, man. Like lions and bears and furious beasts, man. You know, who ain't got no mercy. You see, so hey, um, hey, he gonna vomit it up again, man. He chewed up, the apple of the Lord's eye. Well, he gonna have to vomit that up because the Lord gonna require that of him because the apple of the Lord's eye gotta go into the kingdom. You know, but this is this book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 26. Um, actually, it's 27. It says, "Whoso diggeth." Um, matter of fact, I started 26. It says, "Whose hatred is covered by deceit." I started 25. I started 24. It says, "He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him." Yeah, that's all this devil do. The scripture talk about how he uh meditate wickedness upon their beds. Every single thought is wicked. How we gonna destroy this? How we gonna destroy that? How we gonna fuck up this? It ain't never nothing to benefit. How we gonna bring the earth back in harmony? And health. You know, how we gonna make sure that these people can survive in hard times like what we in now. But it's all through the spirit, because the Lord orchestrated everything how it's gonna be, including setting up a hateful king. You know, the scriptures say that once again, where it say, um, "The Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men." It says, verse 25, "When he speaketh fair, believeth not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit." All right. Hey, what they say? Slavery is over. They not. These are good and changed people. They don't. They're not the same no more. No, the scripture say, it's iron wrestle, so of his wickedness, man. He the same spirit. These the same spirits that was doing these things. You know, same spirits that came. The Lord made them come back, man. You know. It says, "Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation." Yeah. Hey, this man is gonna be exposed. He already being exposed. The Lord, put the spirit on this light, this word to be broadcasted by the men of the Lord doing this thing in sincerity and in truth across the 4 corners of the earth. And who is a light beaming on, you know, that this devil, man, this truth is beaming on all his wickedness and he being exposed. Let me see if I can precept that. So this is a book of Job, chapter 24. Let me see. Book of Job, chapter 24, and verse 17. It says, "For the morning is to them even as a shadow of death." All right, yeah. So you think about the morning, you think about the light coming out. The the sun coming out, the set light upon the earth. And you know, it says, "For the morning is to them even as a shadow of death. If one know them, they are as the terrors of the shadow of death." So if anybody know them, because like the scripture say we just read, it said, um, it says, "Whose hatred is covered by deceit." All right, his wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation. Yeah, so it said his hatred is is covered by is covered, man. So he comes off as this. Uh, oh, he's an angel. You know. Oh, the lady, Eve look at him like he's a god. He's a god, you know, because he's in a power seat, you know. But like, but we just read if any light, see him, he's scared as fuck, man. You know, because this man is ashamed, truly ashamed of his heritage. You know, it's a dishonor to him. You know, Adawam. Uh, uh, I'm sorry, not Adawam. Ashashwa. Which means to be wasted away. Um, you know. But verse 27, it says, whoso diggeth a pit, this being a point, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it shall return upon him. Right. So, hey, you can, hey, karma, man. What people call karma. Hey, that's real. And it's coming back. In a major way. The Lord is, bringing the judgments and the balance back into a full circle, which got to do with these devils, these heathens, going into captivity under us. Instead of the opposite, what is going on right now. But I'm gonna close out with this. Actually, I got two more precepts. Look at Joshua chapter 23, verse 13. It says, "Know for a certainty that the Lord your power will no more drive out any of these nations from before you." Right. So all these snares and traps that these nations put before the nation of Israel, that's gonna be no more. The Lord ain't gonna put them to rule over us no more. It says, "But they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from off this good land which the Lord your power hath given you." All right. Let me see. Because this. Bear with me for a second. It's not the precept I was looking for. Let's see something. I'm gonna close out this. This book is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 28. Verse 23. It says, and then it says, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they by the sword. Right. You know. So it ain't gonna be no more of these devils getting proud and boasted because they got the nation of Israel in captivity. No, the Lord is gonna show these heathen nations that their role. What place they take as heathen nations. You know. But Lord's willingness was edifying. To all of you, shall forgive me the spirit of the lesson. So this time I'm gonna say shalom, wa ba ba ba.